The witness described a massive black-furred creature standing upright with broad shoulders and eyes that glowed an unnatural yellow.
This thing turns its head and looks at me. It's got the head of a dog, black hair, about 6 foot tall.
And the worst part?
Hell no
The thing
to
under
that.
my house wasn't even the real danger. What came after it was.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another creepy cryptid history. Yes, today is actually going to be about one single cryptid known as the Dogman. Let's go ahead and get started. This first one is by the Questioning Center, and as you can see right here, an alleged dogman is hiding behind the bushes. Now, the background to this is December 14th, 2024. Our dogman eyewitness is currently on location in alleged dogman territory. It says one night as she washed dishes in the ranch late at night, she noticed something a mere 10 to 15 feet away from this window. Lurking behind a tree was a large, dark silhouette of a red-eyed creature. As she looks closer, she notices its long claws gripping the nearby tree from behind. Looking closer, she can see a giant wolf head with those red eyes staring back at her. Yes, this was the account she told me about 2 years ago. That's pretty scary to me. Okay, so judging by this, I'm not really sure how tall the creature is. Could it have been something else explainable? It really does look canine-like in nature, but I also see maybe it's something feline, like a bobcat or a wildcat. Now, do they have those types of creatures in Iowa? I would really like to know this. This was a super interesting encounter along with a picture, so yeah, let me know your thoughts on all this. So we've actually meandered our way on over to TikTok already, and this one is by Jenny Mays 1. So this is a purported dogman sighting that took place in Leroy, Michigan. So it obviously does have a photo, so let's go ahead and give it a watch. I'm going to turn the music down. Approximately 15 minutes from the dogman sighting that I had. Now, I wish there was more of a background context to this. Hold on just one second. Let me see if I'm showing you the full image here. Yeah, I am. So, yeah, I mean, to me, this looks like it might have been taken from a drone. A drone camera. But I don't know, guys. Do you think that this is a dog man? Do you think it could possibly be a bear, like misidentified? Pretty freaky nonetheless. Even, I mean, its arms, its limbs do not look anything like a bear. Now, could it be a hoax? Maybe. You know, I'm not, blaming anybody here for, saying it is a hoax. Maybe it is legitimate. We just don't know in this day and age. So I'm going to leave it up to you. Do you think this is a legitimate dogman sighting, or is it just something explainable or possibly a hoax? Let me know in the comments. Okay, Wolfpack, so we've made our way on over to YouTube now. And this one right here is by Cryptids Unveiled. And it's Pennsylvania Dogman sightings.
In Pennsylvania, sightings of the Dogman have become increasingly frequent. The Keystone State has become a hotbed of Dogman activity, particularly within an expansive forest known to researchers and investigators as the Lichen Loop. This loosely defined region encompasses parts of the Allegheny National Forest, Bald Eagle State Forest, Rothrock, Sproul, and Michaud State Forests, covering several counties including Clinton, Mifflin, Center, Blair, and Cambria. A particularly unsettling encounter occurred in Clinton County in 2007 near Heiner View State Park. A couple hiking off trail heard the snap of branches and a low, guttural growl before the creature emerged from the forest. The witness described a massive, black-furred creature standing upright with broad shoulders and eyes that glowed an unnatural yellow. It stared at them for several moments before vanishing into the woods, leaving the hikers frozen.
Oh my goodness, that was such a good story. Like, I really wanted to hear more of that. So I guess if you wanted to hear more, you'll have to go over to Cryptids Unveiled and listen to the full story. Now, as always, I do put these YouTube links in the description box below, so you can go click on that. And usually in their shorts, they do put the related video in with it, just like I do with my shorts. I might actually have to look that one up because that one definitely piqued my interest. What do you guys think? Okay, Wolfpack, so this next story is by Mysteries Unknown, and it's The Deadly Secret of the Ozarks, My Terrifying Encounter with the Dogman. So I'm going to let him introduce himself, and then we're going to go straight to like the juicy good part of the story where he actually encounters the dreaded Dogman.
The Ozarks are a hotbed of activity that should not exist. And in this episode, I sit down and do an in-person interview with a gentleman who has had encounters with Bigfoot all the way to a skinwalker on his property's land that they've owned for generations. After I finished the interview, we went to the property not to try to find anything, but just to document the process and the landscape for you guys. But what happened while we were out there, it still got me shaken. I had no idea that there'd be something in the tree line waiting for me, watching me, and I am still struggling with what to do with this encounter. By the end of this video, I'm going to walk you through what happened out there, the words I heard in my head, evidence that I captured on video that I didn't even know I'd captured till I came home and reviewed the footage. I've always known the Ozarks were a strange place, but this has completely changed how I see things. Let's jump right into this encounter. As I'm standing there using the restroom, I look over to the left. Something caught my attention. And standing there was a creature, jet black, hunched over, with long arms. And its back is almost to me. It's bipedal, 2 legs, standing in the tree line. And I freeze. And this sounds really familiar because I'm like, man, I've seen this before. But I was absolutely wrong. I've not seen this before. This thing turns its head and looks at me. It's got the head of a dog, black hair, about 6 foot tall. And I'm looking right at it just like I am looking at you. And I break my eye contact with this thing. I don't know what else to say except for I broke eye contact with it. And I come around the front of my 4Runner. And I try to flag I've tried to flag Levon down. I try to flag him down, and he's already got his head turned, and he's turning around. He's already, by this time, he's turning around, and he's heading out to the gate. And I get in my car, get my 4Runner, and I start the car. Now I look over to the right, and I don't see this thing. And I just know I have this fear that this thing it's just not good. And I'm not this macho guy that's sitting here telling you I don't get scared. I get scared plenty of times. And 17 years in law enforcement, you're going to get scared. I've been scared plenty. This was different. I start the car, and as I put my hand on the steering wheel to turn, to leave, I hear 3 words. I see you. Just like that. And it was not my voice.
Nope.
It was not my words. And I'm driving. There is no cell phone service. And I should have said that before. About 20 minutes before you get down into this area, there's no cell phone service. I am trying to catch up to this guy, and I catch up to him, and of course I can't call him. And I keep looking in my rearview mirror, and to my horror, this thing's following me.
Oh no.
And I have a Toyota 4Runner, and at the time I didn't realize it, but my back glass was rolled down. And I'm trying to get out of there. He's in front of me, has no clue what's happening. And I see it in my rearview mirror and get about 10 feet and back off. Get about 10 feet and it back off. It did this several times, and I was very aware that it was there.
Okay, guys. So if you want to see more of that story, definitely go visit them. It is a really, really, really good episode of theirs. This is the first time I'm ever seeing them. So I was like, wow, this is really professional. This is really scary. Okay, these encounters that these guys have. Just A+ scary, okay? Now, what I want to do is go ahead and visit the evidence that he collected by accident.
Everything changed, guys. This footage I was filming when we were going into this location. I had no idea that this thing was out there in the tree line. Now, if you look center of the screen, you can see a black mass right there. And it moves as I drive by. Right there it is again. And then you can see it like it's going to take off to the left. And it's just gone. Let's watch it one more time. And I'm going to tell you the story of this encounter because I didn't know I'd seen it then. It wasn't until we were going to leave until I saw this right there. That's a screenshot from that video.
And it looks like it has canine-like ears. And it's like hunched over behind the branches and stuff. Y'all, I 100% think that he really did see a legitimate dog man. Not joking. I really do think he did. And he was so shooken up by that story. You could just tell. I do not think that he was lying about this. I mean, there's the evidence right there. He's seen something, right? He's seen something. That's all I'm saying. Okay, well, facts. So our next Dogman encounter actually comes from Richard Holloway Cryptids. And it says, a dogman moved into their backyard. What it did next terrified the whole town. So guys, this is a long story, just like the other ones were. So I suggest you go down to my description box and get the links, go and watch the full thing. But as always, I'm going to let this introduce itself, this video, the person telling the story, which sounds a lot like Cryptid Log. So I'm wondering if this is another one of their channels. I don't know if they're just use the same voice to tell stories. I'm not sure, but it sounds a lot like Cryptid Logs, and it looks like a lot like the images from Cryptid Logs as well. So let's go ahead and give it a watch.
In the summer of 2002, something crawled underneath my house and refused to leave. It wasn't a raccoon. It wasn't a stray dog. It was 7 feet tall, covered in black fur, and it had hands. Within 6 weeks, every family on Pinewood Lane had either sold their home or was sleeping with a loaded gun. And the worst part?
Hell no,
the thing
to
under
that.
my house wasn't even the real danger. What came after it was. My name is Vernon Caldwell. I'm 69 years old, and I've spent the last 24 years lying to every single person. I know about what happened on my street in the summer and fall of 2002. I live in eastern Tennessee now, about 40 minutes outside Knoxville. But back then, I was living in a brand new subdivision.
Okay, so let's go back and watch this again, because I don't know if my big old head was in the way. Let's watch.
In the summer of 2002, something crawled underneath my house and refused to leave. It wasn't a raccoon. It wasn't a stray dog. It was 7 feet tall, covered in black fur, and it had hands. Within 6 weeks, Every family on Pinewood Lane had either sold their home or was sleeping with a loaded. And the worst part? The thing under my house wasn't even the real danger. What came after it was. My name is Vernon.
Oh, hell no to that. And I meant to tell y'all, the story before this one definitely deserved a oh hell no certified sticker. I just forgot to, I was like so baffled to hear it, but yeah, that one was definitely oh hell no certified too. But yeah, that face right there. And somebody said Dogman's mouth is always open. And I'm like, yeah, he was definitely a mouth breather, isn't he? Like in these images, he's always a mouth breather. Bless him. But yeah, okay. So I'm going to like fast forward it a little bit to some of the juicy parts.
Over the next 3 weeks, the creature made itself increasingly visible throughout the neighborhood. Not just to us, to everyone. Here's what I need you to understand about this. Whatever this thing was, it wasn't skulking around in the shadows trying to stay hidden. It was doing the opposite. It was making sure people saw it. And the way it went about it was almost methodical, like it had a plan. The Mercers saw it first, 2 nights after Linda and I did. Phil was taking out the trash at around 10 at night when he looked up and saw it standing at the back of their yard, right at the fence line. He said it was just standing there, arms at its sides, watching him. He went inside, locked the door, and called Rusty. The next night.
Yeah, there was another neighbor too, like where his daughter was like hand feeding the creature as well, guys. So I'm running out of time and I do apologize. Today has been a crazy day, but like I said, I didn't want to leave y'all with nothing. So, if you want to hear more of this story, I'm so sorry I'm cutting it so short. It's a long story. So go down to that description box, click on it, listen to the whole thing. You don't want to miss it. These images are just absolutely amazing as well. Like, I'm always baffled by like how realistic the Dogman looks. This one's, kind of silly in the beginning. Like, why is he messing with their laundry? But you might just have to figure that out by listening to the whole story. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Again, what do you think of this creepy cryptid history? Let me know in the comments below. Well, everyone, what did you think about today's creepy cryptid history with all of those Dogman stories, encounters, and pictures? Let me know in the comments. Have you ever seen a Dogman or any other kind of cryptid? Send your encounters to me. You can email me, or you can just put it in the comments. You can also send me different clips and stories on different social media sites. I will throw my links and my handles up there for you, as well as my email. So you can watch me, follow me on those pages, send me stories, all that good stuff. And guys, I just want to give a shout out to all of the members of the channel. Thank you so much for what y'all do. You really do help this channel so much more than you know.
Dogman standing by the pine tree line, red eyes glowing in the dead of night. Every time he appears, chat losing control while you yell at the screen with your heart and soul. When the static hits and the darkness calls, when something huge starts pacing through the...
And guys, don't forget to check out the merch. There's always a sale going on for 20% off your entire purchase when you put in the discount code WOLFPACK at the end. Or if you spend over $100, you can get free shipping. And WOLFPACK, remember, keep your head up, keep your paws up, stay strong, keep going, and make sure you stay tuned to the very next episode. And until then, guys, bye!